Joe Brown and the people connected with the National Football League, rather. I apologize. That's E1 if you're scoring. Great round of applause for Joe Brown, the public relations people, the marketing people, people involved with properties who conduct the National Football League draft. They just do such a magnificent, magnificent job with that two-day showcase. All right, this past Saturday, it's about 11:55. Yours truly is in the Paramount. That's the small lounge, the small building. Used to be the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden. There are about 35 Giant fans in the building. There are about 4,000 New York Jet fans in the building. Right before the pick was going to be made, right before Paul Tagliabue would, in very dignified fashion, stand at the podium and announce the National Football League's 61st annual selection process, we talked with some rather low-key, down-to-earth, very basic, boy-next-door types about the Jets and what they should do with that pick. Here we go with Physics 101. How many people think the Jets should go for that running back, that big slugger out of Nebraska?
When you have the first pick in the draft, you take the best player available. Lawrence Phillips is the best player in the country.
How many people think that Rich Kotite, regardless of who the Jets select, will eventually wind up lousing up the ball player?
His past record stands for itself, so I can't argue. He's going to louse it up somehow.
Kotite's always had a problem with players that have charisma and a lot of charm. I think he's going to have a lot of problems with Keyshawn Johnson if they pick him. He's had problems in Philadelphia with a lot of the high marquee players. So.
Keyshawn Johnson, it's a no-brainer. Why? He's the best wide receiver out there. You got to take him.
You got the first pick.
Now, let me ask you this.
Best athlete.
If you draft Lawrence Phillips, are you drafting a ticking time bomb?
In the second round. Phillips #1, Derek Mays in the second. That's the way to go.
Trade the pick. Jets need a little bit more than one player. You could trade down a little bit to St. Louis, get two real good players, a receiver and a good running back. That's what we need.
You know what they're going to do? Jets have always had a knack for flubbing it right at the goal line. Watch what they do with this. I wouldn't be surprised if this whole place riots.
Where they belong! Most loyal fans are!
Hey, keep in mind, we're talking about a 3-13 football team, as I mentioned to you up top. That was a great day on Saturday for Jets fans. There was no way they could lose, and they didn't lose. They got the man they wanted, at least for the most part. Keyshawn Johnson, the wide receiver out of Southern California. Terrific, terrific young athlete. Nice guy, by the way. A guy who had some troubles during his teenage years with narcotics, along with weapons, but a guy who apparently has fully and completely rehabilitated himself, found him to be a perfect gentleman on Saturday. And it'll be interesting to see just how he tag teams next year with Neil O'Donnell, and just how he's able to weave his particular magic on one side of the football field with Jeff Graham, the former Chicago Bear, as the other wideout on the other side of the football field. Whatever the case may be, you have to declare the Jets magnificent and superior off-season winners. Maybe Leon Hess finally gets some joy out of this franchise that has absolutely nothing in the way of mystique, absolutely nothing in the way of charm, absolutely nothing in the way of tradition. Say January 12th, 1969. Anyway, be that as it may, we had a chance very shortly after the pick was made by the New York Jets to sit down with the main man from Southern California, Mr. Keyshawn Johnson. Now, you have adopted a very humble approach today as you've chosen #1 in the National Football League draft. You have the reputation as a guy who likes to walk the walk, likes to talk the talk. You have the type of ego that is big. Are you concerned about establishing a relationship with a guy who is as low-key, as conservative as a Richie Kotite?
I don't think that
that I'm humble. I mean, I'm excited. You know, I'm a little exhausted in terms of talking the talk and walking the walk. I don't know myself. I don't know myself as that. I know myself as a guy who expects big things from me.
Last night we had a report that your agent and the New York Jets were stalled on bonus money, that you were seeking roughly $10 million in bonus money, and that the Jets were prepared to bypass you with the first pick in the draft. Were you aware of that?
No, but whoever told you that, you should get them, and I'll hire them and fire my agents, and they can give me some money.
When people compare you to Michael Irvin, number one, is that flattering? Number two, is it legitimate?
I think that when people compare me to any guy in the professional ranks right now, it's flattering because I'm just not getting it. They have the pins and needles pinned down, so they know exactly what's going on.
Keyshawn Johnson's younger life obviously was not a bed of roses. You had problems with a weapons charge, problems with drugs. Do you almost feel fortunate just to be sitting here today?
As a younger child, I can say that things are behind me now, and I'm going straight forward and playing football.
What kind of pressure is there on Keyshawn Johnson today as you realize that in the world's largest media center, next year the spotlight will be on you to the tune of 212 degrees?
Well, the spotlight will be on me in a couple of weeks whenever I can. So, you know, I just go ahead and play with that.
Would you anticipate that you will sign a contract with the New York Jets before you depart Gotham to go back to the West Coast?
I have no idea what they're thinking of right now. I don't know what my agents are doing or anything of that nature.
There was talk that regardless of the football team, the big goal for Keyshawn Johnson was he wanted to be the first pick in this draft. That was paramount for you. Is that true?
Not true at all. Whoever see these reports that you get, they're bogus, all of them. I don't care. I just want to play football. That's the biggest thing to me. The Jets take me, I want fun. If they don't, then I fall. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? I just want to have the opportunity of playing in the NFL, and I've gotten that. They happen to have the number one pick.
Neil O'Donnell lobbied for your selection. Have you talked with Neil at all about joining this football team?
No, I haven't. His agent doesn't represent me, so I don't know. Did Neil O'Donnell tell you that he lobbied, or did you read it?
I just picked it up as street talk, you know, just hanging around the neighborhood.
You can't always believe what you hear.
Hey, congratulations, best of luck. What's it like to realize right now that you are suddenly a multimillionaire?
I don't have any money in my pocket. I'm still